Hey, how are we doing? Welcome to another segment of the Mr. Hydration Station. Today we are here at Lucas Gwaltney's gym. As you can tell, it is inside of a garage, but let me give you a quick look-see. Look at that. It's a whole ring in here with wrestling mats over there and behind you. I hope it's not muted. But we're here to talk about all things fights and whatnot. I mean, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Rodriguez BJJ out of Peru, Illinois. I'm telling you, dude, I cannot wait for this interview to come out. I'm going to splice it together. I got really good footage of them training. Obviously, a really good interview with Danny Rodriguez himself, a multiple time world champion. I'm going to say that one more time. World champion. It's right here in our backyard in LaSalle, Peru, in the Peru Mall, actually. Great person. I can't wait for you to hear his stories. The stories were amazing. I really, really enjoyed them. I had a fun time the whole time, and it didn't stop, And I'm very, very, very humbled by the experience that I got to have over there and speaking with him and hearing his stories. And one of my favorite stories was when he won Worlds in 2017 at the very end of the year. Well, I'm not going to spill too many beans, but I'm just telling you, it's really, really good stories out there. So make sure if you're looking to train with some of the best literally in the world, make your way to Rodriguez BJJ in the Peru Mall area. They're very reasonably priced. And your first training session there is for the free. What up, Tommy Rodriguez? I freaking obviously Tommy Rodriguez is a friend of mine out of Street, Illinois, but I really, really dig it. I'm really, really enjoying this, doing what I do as the Mr. Hydration Station. I love it, man. But anyway, here we are in Lucas's gym. I said I'd be doing some interviews out of here, and unfortunately, some things went down where we had to push things back. So unfortunately, I couldn't get interviews with the fighters, but we are still here. I'm still in the gym. Still gonna make it happen. Another person I want to give a shout out to is, gonna do that. Another person I want to give a shout out to is Kevin Killalea. He's actually the guy that came up with this picture right here. He took a picture of me over at Ottawa Riverfest back in 2015, 2016, something like that. That was when I played with another band. But man, I love the picture so much. I wanted to make it my Mr. Hydration picture, and it's me staring out into the crowd. It's really cool. I guess it'd be like this way. But hold on. Boom. That. Bam. All right, cool. I keep on getting messages. I'm on a live stream, guys. Don't send me messages. Come on now. But yeah, Kevin Killalea, K Squared Imagery. Make sure you hit him up. He's out of Ottawa, Illinois as well. Another person, Sup Marf Studios. That's SUPMARF. Sup Marf Studios on YouTube. They do a lot of great work when it comes to putting music videos together, recording tracks, albums. He's done such great work with every product that he's given out. Make sure you hit him up on YouTube, Sup Marf Studios. That is SUPMARF. Sup, like what up? Sup Marf Studios. Look him up on YouTube, Sup Marf Studios. Sup Marf Studios. Okay, all right. Also, DJ Slim. Make sure you hit him up for any and all of your entertainment purposes. I work with DJ Slim personally, so if you ever need maybe just like a big ass sound system, we got you. You need some entertainment and MC, we got you. You need a performer, we got you. You need someone to run karaoke, we got you. And if you want to just do anything and everything and have a great time doing it, make sure you hit us up. We're reasonably priced, and we're in the street area. We're willing to travel. Obviously, gas is now included if we do travel too far. But at the very end of the day, it's worth the price because you get grade A entertainment, and I cannot wait to get some. Actually, I already have a bunch of gigs booked, but you know what I mean. I want more, man. Who doesn't want more gigs? It's a bunch of fun playing out, especially when like the crowd gets involved. Oh, that's my favorite, man. That is my favorite, hands down. Another person I want to give a shout out to is Team Too Strong. Obviously, I'm here at their gym. It's a great place. Seriously, like he has a whole ring in here, a whole fucking ring. He's got pads for days, gloves for days. If you want to learn how to box, kickbox, do MMA, make sure you hit up Too Strong and RBJJ. That's a power duo right there. I'm telling you, that's a power duo. Hit them up. Very, very reasonable people to work with and great minds. I'm telling you, these people have reached higher than really anyone has around here in terms of, I guess, the accomplishments that they have had. I mean, Lucas just went and he placed second in representing Team USA in Russia. Didn't get to make it, obviously, but still, second place, man. Second place for Team USA. That is up there. And Danny Rodriguez placed at Worlds. Dude, I'm telling you. I mean, not place. He won. He won first place. Let's see who else I want to give a shout out to. Allie Ann's in Dwight, Illinois. They always have entertainment Friday, Saturday nights. Great place to go check out. Great food, great people. I mean, I pride myself in only working with people that are genuine people. Like I don't like to go play at bars where I feel like I'm just not appreciated or like the vibe of the place isn't the right way to go. Allie Ann's, I'm telling you, that vibe is correct. They come correct. They treat me correct. And like the energy there is second to none, dude. I feel like I'm playing for hundreds of people and dude, show up. I'm telling you, just go out to go out any Friday, Saturday, Sunday, go out there. Even during the week, they're really, really cool people. Really, really cool people out there. Also, Jackpots, they hired me last week. I really enjoyed doing the Friday show. I had a bunch of people telling me that I should have been the main attraction, but I'm not there to try to one up anybody but I am there to entertain people to the max, and that is my goal. So I do my best to provide the best type of entertainment. And sometimes people want that late at night. You know what I mean? Sometimes people want it late at night, and fortunately they got it early from me. So it is what it is. What up, little Tyson? We got Tyson, little mini Too Strong over here, working on the ropes. What else? Trying to think of who else I want to give a shout out to. There's so many people that helped me along the way, man. I'm telling you. I couldn't name them all. And I feel bad every time I do like these sponsorships because these people don't pay me. I just appreciate them. I appreciate them for what they are and what they do, either in their community or just as people in general. They're really, really amazing energies. And I'm lucky. I'm really, really lucky and blessed to be a part of their lives. I really am. All right, well, let's get into the fights. So tomorrow, man, tomorrow, Michael Chandler faces Charles Oliveira. Who is going to win that one? For those who haven't seen him play live, damn. That's what's up, Bailey. That's what's up. Thank you so much for the love, brother. I appreciate you so much, man. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I was a musician first. I was a musician before I was ever into MMA, before I was ever into covering it, before I ever started this Mr. Hydration station. That's actually how I got my name, Mr. Hydration. It's from playing music, but I'm a musician first. And I love it, man. I'll probably never stop playing music. But let's get into these fights, man. All right, we got Charles Oliveira facing Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler coming over from Bellator, dude. That dude I think he got out of Bellator with a 3-fight win streak, came over here, knocked out Dan Hooker in, I don't know, a minute and 20 seconds. And then now he's fighting for the title. He just happened to be in the right place, right time. I always tell myself that I'm really happy at how it turned out because those are the two people that are on some winning streaks that have not been touched by Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's a great ambassador to sport. It truly is. And so is Oliveira. Oliveira is a great ambassador to the Brazilian side. He's really, really into his roots, obviously. They're both really different in terms of style, which is going to make for a great fight. I think it's either going to be an emphatic finish either way. I just don't see them stalling each other out. I think one of them's bound to get the lead on the other, and I'm really excited to find out who it is. I mean, who isn't? You know what I mean? And in the co-main event, we have Tony Ferguson facing Beneil Dariush, another 55. I hope the winner of that gets a title shot because, man, if Tony Ferguson comes out and he destroys Beneil Dariush and he gets on the mic and cuts a great promo, why not give that motherfucker the title shot? I mean, he went on a 12-fight win streak. Yeah, he lost to Gaethje, but he also lost to Gaethje after training for Khabib for like a year and a half. You can't dog him on that. You can't blame him for that at all. Not at all. You can't do it. So then he goes in and fights Charles, but Charles, say he loses tomorrow, then he loses, or he wins, then it's a rematch. It's still money, and you get to make up for the fact that Tony didn't get to fight for the title while Khabib was champion. At least give him the shot. I'm really excited to see what happens because obviously, I mean, Beneil's a monster too. I would love to see him fight for the title, but I am personally rooting for Tony. I think he's very, very dynamic. I think he's very. I mean, when he's on his game, he's on his game. I felt like the first fight going into the Gaethje fight, he was just wasn't there. He's so frustrated, man. Imagine me that frustrated. Finally, they're always like just dangling the title in front of you, dangling, 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 and then you don't get the opportunity to fight for it. It's just, it's rough, man. It's a rough sport. Obviously, it's a rough sport. It's nothing's fair. You have to fight for everything, and sometimes everything you fight for doesn't come to fruition. And I feel like that's how it's been for Tony. So I'm hoping he pulls through for the win. My prediction on that is definitely I'm going to go with Tony. I'm going to go finish in the second round. I love Beneil. I think he can get it done, but this is definitely coming from a place of hope more than it is coming from a place of speculation. If I were a betting man, I would still put my money on Tony just because I'm believing, you know. But I wouldn't be surprised if Beneil took it, is what I'm getting at. And for the main event, Michael Chandler versus Charles Oliveira. Man, Charles Oliveira's on an 8-fight win streak. The last time he lost was to not Dan Hooker, the Irish Dragon, Paul Felder. It's the last time he fought. That's a long time ago, man. That was 8 fights ago. It's a long time. And he's been finishing every fight except for the Tony fight. And Tony, man, that dude's made of fucking rubber or something. That dude, he should have tapped from that armbar. I cannot believe that dude did not tap from that armbar. That was insanity. Like how does that work, man? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But like, dude, that arm was overextended. I mean, there was a point where even the commentators couldn't even look at the fight, and they were like, "Oh my God, please don't, just stop, just tap, just tap, just tap." But Tony was like, "Nah, man, I ain't tapping to nobody, motherfucker," and he didn't. He didn't tap to not shit, and he survived. He didn't win the fight. It was, I mean, he got dominated, but he survived, and it was such a great showing of what really Tony, who he is as a person. I mean, obviously he's a monster, he's a beast, but his heart is next level, which is what brought him to that 12-fight win streak. You know, there was times where he was getting his ass beat, and then he came back and he won, which is the same reason he lasted so long in the Gaethje fight. It got stopped. Don't get me wrong, and it deservedly got stopped. I didn't want to see him go down in the way that I thought he was going to go down, but he stood up. He stayed there. He was willing to take it. I mean, he shook his head no, but at the same time, he wasn't going down. He didn't tap. You know what I mean? he was ready to die on his shield, unfortunately. And for that reason, I believe Tony's going to win. But anyway, back to Charles Oliveira. Charles is on a win streak. Obviously, Michael Chandler comes in. Not only is he super charismatic, he knows what to say. He's in the media. He's always in there talking to somebody, doing this, that, and the other. The man can fight. The man can fight, and he proved it coming in. Dan Hooker is he's no easy fight for nobody, and he dismantled him in a minute and some change, man. That's a real threat. I know a lot of people are thinking he can't hang with Oliveira because he's got a bigger arsenal, but man, it's kind of like that old Bruce Lee saying, you know, I fear the man that practiced one kick 1,000 times, not the man who practiced 1,000 kicks one time. And I feel like that's what it is with Michael Chandler. That dude is such a monster, man. He's perfected his craft. He's a small fucking tank of a human being who's ready to knock you out at any time. He's a grappler, wrestler. I can't remember the last time he got submitted, if he's ever been submitted. So in my official prediction, I think this is a pick'em fight, man. I'm not really sure that there is a for sure path or an easy path for any of the fighter because I feel like Charles Oliveira is too smart. He's too slick to get a one-punch KO'd. But I also think like Chandler is too good on the ground to get submitted in the early rounds. I think if anything, either opponent has an opportunity to end this fight at any time during the fight. But I believe their game plans are going to look for the later rounds to a finish. I think they're going to do their best to play it safe. Maybe see if they can catch an opening in the earlier rounds. But for the most part, I think their game plans are going to be to finish the other person at in the later rounds, maybe fourth or fifth. So I believe it's going to be stopped. I don't think it's going the distance. I think it's getting stopped, and I think it's going to be an emphatic finish either way. But my official prediction is I'm going for Charles Oliveira. Obviously, Michael Chandler has just as good of a chance to finish Oliveira, and I wouldn't doubt it if the man finished Charles Oliveira. I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, this is my pick. I believe that Charles Oliveira has a bigger arsenal of weapons. I think he's way smarter in terms of like fight IQ. I think he's way better on the ground. and his striking is always improving. But like I said, Chandler has that fucking knockout nuke of a fucking fist in his hands, either or hand. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what side that is. But I'm very, very excited about this fights, man. So tell me what your predictions are for tomorrow's UFC fights. Obviously, we're also having fights over at PFC. If you guys don't know what that is Peoria Fight Club. It is run by Robert Bryant, a great human being. Not only is he a great human being to the people that are fighting in his organization, but he's also a great human being to his community. The man went out and he is now teaching kids boxing classes at the schools. You know, he's giving them an outlet to let go of their frustrations instead of, you know, going and joining a gang and letting out their frustrations in the wrong way, in where many cases things turn out really bad for one person or multiple people, and he's giving them an outlet to do so through PFC, through boxing. And it's such a great organization. And don't get me wrong, it's a little bit rough around the edges, but man, if you're trying to go somewhere and you want a padded room, fighting ain't the place to go. You know what I mean? Show up there, show out and support. Lucas Too Strong Welty is going to be out there. He's going to be going to fight Kenny Wells tomorrow. I can't wait to see that fight. I really, really encourage you to go out and watch these fights in person because it is so worth it. The energy, the environment, the people, the fights themselves. They even have performances. I'm telling you, it is some of the best things you'll ever see, and I highly encourage you to go out there and join the cause. You know, join the group, join the people, join the energy, and have yourself a good time, man. Doors open at 5, fights start at 6, probably ends around 8, and then boom, you know, you can go out and do whatever you want after that. You know, drive back home, get back home at like 9:30, so have time to go watch the UFC fights. You can even go out in Peoria and have time to fight or watch the UFC fights at a bar or something out there. You know, go out and explore the area. They have a whole casino out there, dude. I'm telling you, man, there's so many upsides to going out to Peoria, and it's only an hour away, man. You know, and you're obviously supporting a hometown hero in Lucas Too Strong Welty. And I'm telling you, he's going to win tomorrow, man. That's my prediction for that fight. Kenny Wells is a great fighter. He really is. Got a lot of heart, got great cardio, but I just think Too Strong is too strong. All right. And I'm not just saying that to be biased. I mean, I'm trying to be unbiased. I try to be as unbiased as I possibly can during these interviews and being out there and talking about Peoria Fight Club, because I feel like it's unfair to the other fighters to favor one person. But at the end of the day, it is my hometown, so I got to always go with the hometown. Another fight that I'm excited to see is Bailey Smetanko versus Omni Jones. Omni Jones was on a 4-fight losing streak. Finally won his first fight about 3 weeks ago, I believe. And now he's coming back to fight Bailey Smetanko, who is on a 2-fight losing streak after winning his 2 first fights. Bailey is 2-2. Omni is 4-1. Let's see what happens, man. That's an exciting matchup. I'm telling you, and a lot of people are thinking one person's going to win. A lot of people think another person's going to win. But I believe it's a pick'em fight, man. I think it makes for fireworks. I'm telling you, it makes for fireworks. Bailey versus Omni. He was my favorite interview when I got him over there at the last fight when he won his first fight. It was amazing to see the emotion on that guy's face. It was really, really cool to feel. You know, finally, after 4 fights, there's some people that fight one time, lose, and never fight again. I mean, that's like the story of Lucas's fights, pretty much. Every person he's fought has never fought again besides besides 2 people, Raheem and Prince Wilson. And Prince Wilson did a rematch with Too Strong, and then he never fought again. So it's still kind of the same story, except he had a rematch. And Raheem is always fighting. I mean, that dude's that's another guy to watch, and he's fighting tomorrow. He's fighting the Boogeyman, dude. Woo! I can't wait to see that fight, dude. The Boogeyman, he's the first person to introduce Mr. Lightwork into the division, and now Raheem is he's the one that lost the heavyweight title to Mr. Lightwork, so it's like number 1 and number 2 contender fighting it out to see who gets to fight for the title next. Boogeyman versus Raheem is another great fight. If I were to have to choose in that fight, I would say it's got to be Raheem. You know, I mean, he was the king of that division. He lost the championship, and I think he's going to get it done. Whether he does or not, I don't know. Why don't you go and show up and find out yourself? You know, I'm telling you. I mean, I'm going to keep on harping it. I'm going to keep on harping it, bro. You got to show up to these fights. You can't not show up to these fights on Peoria Fight Club, dude. It ain't nothing. Get out there. It ain't nothing to get out there. I mean, maybe with like gas getting up to like 3:15 or whatever, dude. You're spending another $5 on gas, but man, you're still spending the money on gas. You're still spending the money on gas no matter where you go. So come on, get out there. Carpool if you have to, man. Carpool in that motherfucker if you have to. I know we got spoiled with the $2 a gallon shit while Trump was president, but he ain't president no more, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on where you stand. But get out there, man. Get out there and support the fighters. Support these fighters, because one day these fighters are going to be on the big screen, dude. One day these fighters are going to be out there representing towns on the big screen somewhere in the UFC, Bellator, a PFL, One Championship, BKFC, boxing in general. Dude, get out there and support these people, because these people are going places, man. These are just seeds. They're seeds right now, and you want to be there. And when it starts to sprout into something bigger, I'm telling you, go out there and support them. It's a great time. It never, ever, 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 ever ceases to amaze me the amount of heart that these people put into their fights and what they're willing to go through to get a W. And it is something that you don't get to see every day. You got to go on YouTube and look for that shit. This isn't YouTube. This is real shit. This is real fights. Show up here, show out, support your people, support your homies, go out there with your homies, even if you don't know anyone who's there, man. Go find out who you want to support. Go find out whose fighting style you like. It's right here. Peoria, dude. That's an hour and some change away. That ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump away. Okay, I believe those are the fights for this weekend. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you guys' support, obviously, and love. It's amazing that I get to talk about these fights and I get these interactions, especially with you guys. And the love, dude. I went up from 400. No, it was like 380. I think it was like 380 likes. I went all the way to like 700 and I don't know, 12 or some shit like that. I went out in like a month, man. I'm telling you, in like a month. In a month, I went up there, and I accredit it to number one, you guys. Always wanted to tune in and see what I had to do in the interviews. I'm telling you, the interview with Danny Rodriguez out of RBJJ in Peru, Illinois. That's a good one. Look out for that one. I believe that's going to come out Tuesday, but I'm going to splice it together, do a nice little edit, and then I'm going to present it, and then I'm going to let it go and have you guys look at it. I can't wait for that one. So make sure you go out there and check him out too. RBJJ, man, it's worth the price. I'm telling you. And not only that, you get to go out there and your first lesson's free. Your first lesson is free, man. And this is a multiple world champion. Go out there. Same with Lucas Welty. That dude is a multiple time champion. Get out there, dude. Get out there and check these guys out. Learn from the best, man. These are people. The quality of knowledge that you're going to get is the type of knowledge you have to drive an hour and some change to go get. And they're right here. Right here. Check them out. Support your people. All right. Another thing I want to say is sometime in the future, I will be holding seminars over in Streeter. I'm going to have these people come out and, give lessons. So if you want to, keep that in your memory banks, keep that in mind, because I will be getting both parties out to Streeter. Maybe not at the same time, maybe at the same time, who knows? But it will be worth coming out and checking out. So thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you. Tomorrow I'm going to be at the Fight Student interviews. I'm going to release those on Sunday, and for the rest of the day, man, I'm going to go out and enjoy myself. I'm just going to go out and enjoy myself, man. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Again, thank you for tuning in. I know this today was short. Unfortunately, things didn't pan out the way that I wanted them to pan out, and that's no fault to anyone. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But that doesn't mean that we won't have many, many, many more opportunities to be in here while people are training, to interview them, interview the fighters, talk about their upcoming fights and whatnot. All right. So thank you so much. Stay hydrated, and obviously represent for RBJJ and Too Strong. All right. I'm out of here.